It's annoying, but it's a bot, and it cannot go on any longer. Hang it up, flat screen. I would have dragged you regardless. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about everything music industry. I want to talk about performances. I want to talk about Olivia Rodrigo. I want to talk about Billie Eilish and Lil Nas X. I want to hit all of the topics of what has been going on in the music industry. But the thing I want to discuss first is performances. We are getting performances back. The reason why, what really made me want to talk about this is I was watching Doja Cat's performance at the iHeartRadio Awards, which, by the way, the iHeartRadio Awards has made a lot of progress in the past few years for an award show that's only existed for a few years. It's made a lot of progress. They bring out some big names. But the reason why I want to discuss this is because I feel like we are getting performances back. In the mid-2010s, this whole relatable era came in, and I kind of think it ruined the essence of the music industry. It was just big on the relatability. Before that time, music stars used to have eras, and also you can say streaming also played a part in this, and all the absence of record label control, heavy control, because the reason why before you kind of had to have eras and you had to be larger than life is because you needed as many eyes as possible to look at you, because that's how you made your bread and butter. But with streaming, as long as you have a big fan base, you'll do just fine. It don't matter if you're giving them crumbs, you'll do just fine. So you didn't really need to do that. But anyways, back before the mid to 2010s, people used to have eras. You could I can see a performance of Rihanna and know exactly what album she's performing from. I know it. I get it. It doesn't matter what is unapologetic, rated R, good girl gone bad, music of the time. It does not matter. If I see a picture of Rihanna, I know exactly what era she's in. Same thing with Beyonce. I know exactly what era Beyonce is. Same thing with Sierra. I know exactly what time it was when this performance is happening, because that is what the girls had to give you. They had to give you an era. Katy Perry, Lady Gaga. They had to give you a moment because you needed all the eyes. But that kind of went away with the rise of streaming, and then just this relatable era was in. That type of music was in, that very I'm just like you music, and I'm depressed and I have anxiety. And there were bops nonetheless, but it kind of took away the essence of being a performer. All you would do is go on stage with regular, people would go on stage dressed like me. I'm giving you very just rolled out of bed. And that's what the girls would go on stage looking like. And I'm just what's the point? If you're going to do that, I could just watch a music video. I could just not watch you sing the song at all. I could just, if that's what you're going to give us, nothing. What are we doing that? So seeing Doja Cat at the iHeart Music Awards, whatever it was called, I did not watch it. I just went on YouTube the next day and watched all the performances. I'm not about to sit there. And seeing Doja put on an excellent performance. By the way, I have said this before, Doja Cat is literally the most interesting artist that is out right now. Of the newer artists, she is the most interesting artist that has come out. It's just, you never know what you're gonna get from Doja Cat, and it's all better. And then I appreciate that even though you don't know what you're gonna get, it's not sloppy. Sometimes you get, I don't know what we're gonna get from her, and it's sloppy. You're okay, nothing, but it's always tight. It always has purpose. I love what Doja Cat is doing right now, and she is the moment. But seeing her do that, it's performances are back. And there's a few reasons why I believe performances are back. First and foremost, things come and things go. So that relatable era is over, and we're into theatrics. The early 2000s is actually kind of coming back, and we're into theatrics. We're into bigness. We're into superstars. Everyone is in search for a superstar. And so that's why I think that is back. And then also, it is so hard to separate yourself from everyone else right now. You want to get get people talking. Twitter has too much power, if you ask me. And people want to get people talking. People want to be the subject. Getting people talking about you on Twitter is very helpful to your brand. You get sponsorships, endorsement deals, you get all types of stuff. So how do you separate yourself from the other girls? You give good performances. Now, I wonder how things will be after we're fully out of pandemic mode. I wonder how things will be when people go back to their same tired, late antics. I don't know. But I think people want to be the talk of the timeline. And the only way you're going to be the talk of the timeline is if you give the girls a performance. We got to see something. You got to give us something. You have to separate yourself from all of the artists that are coming out all of the time. So I think performances are really back. And you want to know what? I have to give credit where credit is due. Chloe and Halle held down the performance game all quarantine, and you can ask about it. Like, they gave us performances like they have. So to see this rise of people trying to put on a performance, like I see when I was watching the performance from the iHeart Music Awards Festival, whatever it was called, like our Heart Radio Awards, I think that's what it's called. Like it was a bunch of people trying, and that's what I miss. I miss a bunch of people trying. I feel like before people did not try because number one, they didn't have the God-given talent to do it, and two, you didn't need to. Like the sound of the radio was just very chain smokers, you know, like it was just very like it was just very like there was bops here or there, but it was given like it wasn't given too much of nothing. So I'm excited to see performances back, but we have to check the misogyny at the door. We're gonna have to check the misogyny at the door because I want y'all to hold boy and men performers accountable. You're going to have to hold them accountable as well, because every time a woman performs on these award shows or gives us a performance, I hear y'all you'll have all this to say, and I be saying stuff too, but I'm going to need y'all to check the men as well. The men be going up there not even giving you a two-step at minimum. We are at the point where the rap girls are giving us better choreography than the pop girls. So if we're holding those people to this standard, then at the very least, the male pop boys gonna have to give us something. They be sitting up there miking a light and they can barely sing, and they be giving us a performance, and we be like, ooh, yes, because all the girls who think they're cute go up for it, and no one wants to get dragged by their stands. But it's just like, what are they giving? Like, if we're going to hold everyone accountable, let's hold everyone accountable. If we need our pop girls, our R&B girls, our rap girls to like give us performances, well, then we need the same thing all the way down for the men as well. R&B men, rap boys, and pop boys. We need y'all to do the damn thing to separate yourself. You better give us a boom cat. You better give us a boom cat. Like, if the girls gotta give us a boom cat, y'all gotta give us a boom cat too. That is just it. So check the misogyny at the door. Let's hold everyone accountable. Quick side note, since we're here, not too much on my girl Meg Thee Stallion. I am sick and tired of every time Meg Thee Stallion is just minding the business that God gave her. Y'all have something to say. It's almost like Meg Thee Stallion has become the piñata, the punching bag. Like, if you have nothing interesting to say on Twitter about an award show, about a red carpet, you go after Meg Thee Stallion looks. Like, it seems like people go out of their way to find what Meg Thee Stallion is wearing on the red carpet and say something about it, whether it be good or bad. And it's weird because y'all don't do that to other art. Why has Meg Thee Stallion become this punching bag? Like, you know what? Let's find out what Meg Thee Stallion, like, I will see people literally say, Meg Thee Stallion had an amazing performance. Her outfit sucked though. Like, people will give Meg Thee Stallion a compliment, but make sure they caveat it with like something negative they have to say about her. And it's like, why do y'all do? But everyone else, you're just like, I love this performance, or I hated this performance, but you don't like break down every single thing you hated about it. Like, it's weird. It's almost like because we have literally seen the like beginning of Meg Thee Stallion and the complete like rise of Meg Thee Stallion, y'all insecure as hell, so y'all have to find a way to bring her down a couple pegs. Like, you still just like us, and you still raggedy, and you still this, and you still that. Like, it's weird. Like, it's giving weird. I don't know. Y'all know I love Meg Thee Stallion down. I do. But y'all go. I get everyone has an opinion about things, and fair enough. I talk all the time. I always got something to say, so I get. But it just seems like there's a specific person that y'all are like coming after, and it's Meg Thee Stallion. Like, y'all go out of your way to just talk about her in any way that you can. I'm like, what's being gained here? Like, what is really being gained here? Anyways, on to the next topic, and it is Olivia Rodrigo. She put out Sour, her debut album, and there's two songs I want to discuss. Let me get my opinions out of the way, then we can go in on your opinion. There are two songs I just have to discuss, and it is Brutal, and it is One Step Forward and Three Steps Back. We'll get on Brutal in a second. One Step Forward and Three Steps Back, y'all not giving her enough for me. Y'all are not giving that song enough for me. When I make a list of my favorite songs of the year, it's gonna be there. It is going, and it's gonna be how I love that song. The lyrics, the mute, like it sounds so. That is my favorite song on the entire album, if you want to know. That song is so good. I don't see people go up for her the way people should go. Maybe people could be going up for her. What do I know? Like, does it look like I like dwell in the area of 17-year-olds? Like, I don't know what the hell people are going up for, but that is my jam. Like, it's so gut wrenching. It is so freaking good. I love it. I adore it. Everything about it. Anyways, let's get on Brutal. Talk about an album opener. Talk about an album opener. The girls do not open their albums like this but Brutal is just excellent. Just excellent. I think Olivia Rodrigo's Sour album is an amazing debut album. Like, it's giving gonna be here for a long time. She's an amazing songwriter. She is an amazing songwriter. I was so surprised by the songwriting on this album. We do have to have a chat because you know I always gotta talk about something. Y'all have to stop with this. Whenever there's a new girl on the block, y'all feel like they're threatening your faves, especially when some of y'all faves are like here to stay, cemented. Like, no, this isn't an example that Ariana Grande stans have been doing this, because I haven't seen any AG fans do this. But for example, if your fave is like Ariana Grande or something, or Miley Cyrus, like people who have already had success, like your fave is fine. Like, so if your fave is already doing well, you have no reason to sit up here and be intimidated by Olivia Rodrigo's success, because your fave, like Ariana Grande is chart top. She could put out something right now and it's gonna go straight to #1. So there's no reason for you to feel any type of way about anything that's going on with that girl's success. But that is what every time that's the thing. We beg for a new artist, right? Every now and then the industry feels stale. The same people making the same songs and they go #1, especially in the streaming era. The music industry is so tired in the streaming era because it's the same people who's always going to #1 because they have the biggest fan bases, and that's really what it is. The competition of how many people can listen to your song. So when a new girl is able to break through and break past all the hurdles that are in your way, especially in the streaming era, to get like a #1 song, like Driver's License feels to me like it came out of nowhere, and that's good. Like, to see someone start from the bottom and be able to break through, having to have a huge fan base and having to have all this record label support and all of that, and make it to #1 is a big deal, because it shows anyone can, right? Like, anyone can do it. And of course we can talk about privilege and stuff, but it shows that, wow, someone new is on the scene. So why, when someone new hits the scene, people feel like they have to legit like bully them and like say terrible things about them as if it's gonna work? That's the thing. Y'all be so proud to say negative things about Olivia Rodrigo, but you're not even doing it well, because she's still like succeeding. So all you're telling me is you are a flop. If you have a whole hate campaign out for a person and they still thriving, like, aren't you the biggest flop I ever seen? Like, that's really what it is. Like, not only are you a hater, but you a flop hater. Like, that's ugly right there. But y'all gotta let that stuff go. Like, let people be successful. Let people, especially the people who ain't bothering nobody, like, let them have their moment. Like, this is a huge moment for Olivia. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. I wish her nothing but success. The music is good. Like, you know how many people chart top and they music bad? Like, at least Olivia's music is good. Anyways, congratulations to Olivia for Sour. Let's get into the next topic, because I am panini pressed. So I woke up and I forgot what day it was, and I was ready to buy my Billie Eilish tickets. By the way, if you don't know, I am a new Billie Eilish stan. I have joined the bandwagon. Like, I always thought the girl was cute, but something hit me last year, and I'm just like, I'm standing. I'm gonna go full blown stan. Like, it's not enough to just be I'm gonna go full blown stan. I love the girl, so I'm going full blown stan. So I told myself, I said, I'm going to get my Billie tickets, and I am going to be good. I'm going to see Billie when she comes to my city. I'm gonna get me and my boo some tickets, and we are gonna sit. I wasn't even being greedy. I was not even being greedy. I didn't need floor seats. I did not need floor seats. I was gonna leave that to the rich people. I was okay with getting like a front tier, like, so first tier, maybe at the bottom, something cute, something that don't look like, you know, I'm in the nosebleeds, but something cute. That's what I was prepared to get. So I logged on to get my tickets. They put me in the queue, and I was ready. I'm like, okay, I'm in the queue. Like, I'm about to go get my tickets. White girls, move out the way, because Kenya has arrived. And so they're like, you only have like one person in front of you in the queue. No big deal. I go to the tickets, and everything is like gray. Everything is gray. And I'm like, okay, maybe it needs to, like, you know, it needs to, like, my computer, I don't have the best Wi-Fi in the world. Like, I live in an apartment. It's not the best Wi-Fi in the world. So I'm like, maybe things need to, like, refresh. So I'm clicking around the page to, like, wake the page up, you know. You can't be too desperate. It knows your desperation. It knows you're desperate. So I'm just like, you know, let's see if it comes, and it's still gray. But I see up in the heavens, there is a section open. So I'm like, what's going on here? I go to click on the section. Why the hell does Billie Eilish want me to pay $450 to sit up with Jesus Christ? Billie wants me to sit up there with Jesus Christ and his disciples in order to see her concert. But if it was $20, $100, maybe, you know, cheap girls get cheap things. That I said, they wanted $450 for me to sit in the heavens with Mary and Joseph. I closed my computer so damn quick. I said, y'all have lost your mind. Like, I just wanted to see Billie. I knew I was going to have to fight the 14-year-olds. I knew I was going to have to fight the 14-year-olds. But they said, bitch, there is no fight. There is no fight. We got here first. That's what they told me. They said, fight where? They said, fight where? To fight would mean you're on our level. No, we're not fighting. Our shit is got. They got them. They snatched Billie tickets. But I'm going to see my girl. I'm a new stan. Yes, I joined the bandwagon late. Hello. Are there refreshments in the back? I'm here. Like, but I'm gonna see my girl. But anyways, Billie dropped a single. And is it my favorite Billie single? No, but that is not a slight to Billie, because let me tell you a little something about Billie. Billie has not missed yet. Like, when you think about every single song that Billie Eilish has come out, not even just released, every single song that Billie has ever made has been amazing. So who is she competing against? Like, yes, this is not my favorite song Billie has ever done, but the reason why that is because Billie, the bar is up here. The bar is out of frame, my friends. Like, the bar is so high for Billie. Like, she continued to outdo herself every single time she made music. So where was she supposed to go? Like, no, it's not my favorite Billie song, but it's still good. It's still better than what many of y'all faves put down. That's period. Like, but I'm so excited. I'm so curious about what this next album is going to sound like. I'm going to be there. I am ready. I am ready for Miss Billie. I think she is excellent. I think Billie is here to stay. That's not even something to even say anymore. Like, Billie has been around. She's already stayed, right? Next topic. Let's discuss Lil Nas X. This will be really quick. I love Lil Nas X and everything Lil Nas X is doing. Every time Lil Nas X goes on stage and he gives me something gay, I am here for it. Lil Nas X is the future of queer creativity, the future of queer performance, the fact that Lil Nas X is on stage being unapologetically gay, it's amazing to see. Because I'm gonna tell you something real quick. We have gotten into this trend of accepting queerness wrapped in a heteronormative bow, if it reads as heteronormative, because that's what it is. That's where we are. So the fact that Lil Nas X is on stage doing what Lil Nas X does, I love to see it. Last thing I want to discuss is Nicki Minaj giving us Beam Me Up Scotty. She re-released her mixtape. And then, okay, I just want to discuss Seeing Green. Nicki Minaj said, these bitches copy my homework, that's what they hand in. And it has been the thing that I have said for literally the past, like every time someone says something, I literally use that phrase. I literally use that phrase because I love it. Nicki Minaj gave me so many quotes. Like you guys know I love a good Nicki quote. You can literally go through my video, just point out, I love a Nicki quote. I love, because they hit every single time. They hit every single time. But you want another thing that a lot of you guys have been discussing, the Nicki Minaj hate train of the past few years. I've seen some people try to deny that Nicki Minaj had a hate train, and you are oblivious, or you're just being like delusional if you believe Nicki Minaj did not have a hate train. Like it happened. Like, and here's the thing, Nicki Minaj is not the only person who has had a hate train. Like you had Janet Jackson, you had Britney Spears, you had Beyonce, and you want to know, I was thinking about this like before this video. I low-key think Rihanna had one in the rated R era. Yes, I'm old. I remember thoroughly the rated R era by Rihanna. Yes, that's telling my age, but I think Rihanna low-key had a hate train going on in the rated R era. Like, I think the powers that be were a little fed up with Rihanna. And so, like, that's what happens. Like, one day the powers that be decide, like, oh, you're ungrateful, or you're this, and you're that, and you're that. And they're like, you know what? We're going to stop your success. We're going to do everything in our power to stop you from, like, being successful. And then the general public feeds into this because they're getting all types of propaganda articles about the artist. And so they feed into this and they believe all of this, and then before you know it, a whole hate train goes on for years and everyone dislikes this person for no reason. Look at Anne Hathaway. It happened to Anne Hathaway. Like, it happens to movie stars too. Like, people just decide one day they don't like you, and so they start feeding like news to like the general public, and then the general public starts to believe it too, and then one day we all look up and it's like, why did people, I am showing my age. The fact that I remember the Anne Hathaway hate train shows you like I'm old. I have been into pop culture since I was like 5. Like, I am a pop culture enthusiast. Like, I just love pop culture, so I remember all of this stuff. But anyways, yes, the hate train did happen. So if anyone says like it didn't happen, like, then why was people be on Twitter talking bad about Nicki Minaj for no reason? Because it was Tuesday. Because that's how the hate train works, right? That's how the hate train works. Anyways, because y'all like Nicki Minaj now, I have something I want to say. Y'all remember when Nicki Minaj and Trina released Baps? Baps was one of the best songs of that year, and it should have been the song of the summer, but it was not because the Nicki Minaj hate train. We need to re-release Baps. If Baps came out in 2021, it would go off. It would literally be the song of the summer. I want Baps to be re-released. Speaking of song of the summer, let's talk about Twerkulator. Now, here's the thing. I have not listened to Twerkulator yet because I'm not really on TikTok that much, so the song wasn't something that I like heard all the time. Therefore, I didn't really know what it was. But I can't judge the quality of the song because I haven't heard it, and that's not what I do. But what I am gonna do is say, city girls, don't listen to nothing nobody on Twitter say. The minute y'all released Twerkulator, everybody and their mama I saw on my timeline was dragging Twerkulator, saying it was a bad song. And they was the same motherfuckers that was on Twitter begging y'all to drop the song. Don't listen to Twitter. Twitter lies. Twitter is the same place that says they want certain black shows and black movies. Then they get those black movies and black shows and don't watch none of them, and they get canceled. Like, those are the people. Twitter will ask for something specifically for years. For years they will ask for something. They get the thing they've been asking for, and then they come up with every excuse in the book for why they don't want to watch it, and they're well into their right. You can do that, but don't listen to them. They don't buy nothing, they don't watch nothing, they don't listen to nothing, they just complain. They complain all day. That is what they do, okay? Anyways, that is the end of this video. I'm moving. So say bye-bye to this bookshelf. I'm actually ready to get rid of this bookshelf. Like, I don't like it. I have a vision for my dream bookshelf, and I just bought my first house. So like, I want my dream to come to fruition. So it won't for a while. So I'm gonna have to use like tent bookshelves, which is raggedy and ghetto, but I'm gonna do it. But say bye-bye to this bookshelf because it is going, and you probably won't see any of this probably. I might put some stuff up temporarily for my videos because it's gonna take a while for me to get my bookshelves right. But yeah, so will be the next time you guys probably see me, I might be in a different location. Like, behind this camera is a bunch of mess because I'm moving. So like, anyways, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.